What's up, my Hex fam? Welcome back to another video. So, let's see what your intuition is trying to say to you. We're going to get right into this reading. First, I want to tell you how I'm going to do this. So, we're going to get your overall energy. We're going to pull your energy. Then we're going to get into the tarot, the reading, and then we're going to do some advice. So, let's get right into this reading. For my group ones, we have the indigo. I actually don't know what this is. Indigo stone? I know I have a gold stone. It looks just like it. It's very like sparkly. My friend gave it to me, my baby Alex. And then we have a zebra charm. It's funny, I got like animals for all the groups. Out of all the charms that I have, I got animals for everybody. For my group twos, I actually do not know what this crystal is, but I do love it. I literally get crystals and forget the names of it. Pretty bad, huh? But for your charm, you have a bunny. Alrighty, for my group threes, we have an angelite crystal. Oh, I love this crystal, it's so cold. I love holding that when I'm speaking and doing things. I actually love holding it during my readings. And we kind of have a fish. I think this is a fish. I actually don't know. It looks like one. It gave me that vibe. So, you have a fish. Or is it a cactus? I don't think so. But it gives me fish. It gives me fish with the eyes. Okay. And then for my group of fours, we have a sunset aura crystal, I believe. I know it's sunset aura, but I don't know like the type of rock it is, if that makes sense. And then we have a dragonfly for you guys. Alrighty, so you can take a second to pause the video here. Inhale, exhale, meditate if you need to. Then choose your reading in the description box below. I'll see you there. Hello, my group ones. If you chose this indigo goldstone, I guess, then this reading is for you. I wonder if you guys can see those sparkles in there. And this zebra or this zebra. And this is your reading. Let's get right into it. I'm very interested to see what Spirit has to say. So firstly, we're going to get into your overall energy. We have crystal, clarity, protection, energy, perfection, energy. You are pure and perfect just as you are. Open your heart up. It will help you attract more love. And then we have honeymoon. Okay. Phase endings. Well, I don't know what I'm reading. And sorry if I sound a little stuffy. I don't know what's going on with my nose right now, but hey, here we are. But honeymoon phase, attending someone's wedding. And then you have the mother. Okay, interesting energy to start off with. For one, I feel like you guys are kind of ascending in a way. Like you are very, it's like you're getting very spiritual in learning yourself. Like to a point where you're just having a big internal intuitive growth, or your intuition is trying to, I know, I don't really feel like it's trying to get you there. I feel like you already are there with this crystal. Like you are becoming clear with who you are and where you want to go, and I feel like your intuition is guiding you while you're doing that. I kind of feel like you're the type of person to already follow what your intuition is telling you. Let's see, with open your heart up, when these cards did flash to me, I try not to look at the cards before I do these readings, like a pick a card, because I just want to see what Spirit has to say. But when I first saw open your heart up and then honeymoon, I was like, oh, somebody needs to open their heart, obviously in like a honeymoon phase, or you're in a honeymoon phase with someone. And you're having a hard time opening your heart up. And maybe that's a big thing here. Like, as you're growing and figuring out so many things about yourself. But when it comes to this heart situation, that is a kind of a problem area for you, or you're so used to knowing everything else about yourself, you have gotten to a point where you think nobody else is going to understand how you are, or just you in general. And maybe you have had those instances where someone wasn't understanding you, and it just clashed, and it keeps happening. Maybe, a repetitive cycle can create trauma, or can create these walls that we have up, guards. Or maybe you still have those guards up, and your intuition is like, it's safe. You're safe here. Open your heart up a little bit. This mother here, and this actually the energy that you should be in. It's funny. It's the number one in this deck. I kind of know how to read this deck, but it's kind of deep. It gets deep. Oh, I did hear mother wounds. And I also feel like you need to start mothering yourself. Maybe you need to start getting to, for some of you, this is opening your heart up to yourself, taking yourself out to do things with honeymoon here, traveling, um, actually enjoying your own presence, understanding it, mothering yourself as in like taking responsibility for things, telling yourself no sometimes, kind of disciplining yourself in a way. But I do want to read that card. You're in a mother energy, not the energy you should be in. I'm mixing up my readings today. I don't know what it is. I'm just mixy with my words, but it's okay. The message is still getting out. It's just we have the mother, the great mother, the feminine, the source. We begin our archetypal story with the mother's love. Through her sensual, fertile, and life giving energy, all creation takes form. Regardless of our birth story, each of our hearts beat for the first time in the warm womb of the mother, where she offers resources from her body for the building of our own, excuse me. Yet her tale is not so simple as the mother, especially on the earthly plane, contains both light and dark aspects of the feminine. With the best of intentions, the mother wraps her loving arms around her creations and begins to grip what she meant to set free. The mother both nurtures and prohibits growth. She gives yet clings. She creates yet restricts. Amid this complex energy, the mother holds the key to the eternal challenge of love. I kind of understand this for your reading, especially with it being like a big um, feminine energy, because I feel like feminine energy is slow. It is understanding energy. It is stillness, but that energy, that feminine energy, can also be chaos. It can also be very all over the place. So I feel like on one aspect, you do have this growing understanding, like just loving energy about yourself. You've learned yourself. You've taken the time to also, sorry if my voice got real close, taking the time to also learn yourself and change what needs to be changed, understand what needs to be understood with yourself. I feel like you've gotten that, but you still have a hard time opening up your heart. You still have a hard time allowing that feminine energy to love, maybe. You parent yourself too much. Maybe you're too, it's funny because maybe you're too rigid about things when feminine energy is very chaotic. It's very it can be lazy, but it's very yin. It's just very laid back energy. And I feel that you're probably in this energy right now. You're in this energy, but you can also be on the other side of that, is what I'm picking up. And it's funny because you do have the zebra, the black and white. Like, I feel like it's you're black or you're white, right? Like, you're on one side and then you're on the next. But I feel like Spirit is saying you just need to be sometimes like open your heart up fully. Oof. Okay. Interesting overall energy. Let's get into the tarot. Let's see what's going on. let's see what is going on. Just keep hearing mother wounds. Some of you, you're acting like your mother. I know you probably don't want to hear that, but maybe you're showing traits of your mother with yourself. Sorry. With yourself or in your life or with the people in your life, maybe. Like I said, you may be mothering yourself too much, parenting yourself entirely too much. Maybe for some of you, you're giving yourself too much leeway. But on the other end of that, we're opening your heart and honeymoon. You're not giving yourself enough. And like I said, this could also be your love life. Like you're not opening your heart up enough to even get to this like honeymoon phase. You know, like really feel the true. Excuse me. Like really feel that you can enjoy opening your heart up and loving. I just feel like that might be a big rift for you. But also with mother, you might be on the edge of like creation here. With you may be creating something. It's like a rebirth is going on maybe within you. It's like you're nurturing something within yourself. Some of you may be with child, but um you're nurturing like a lot of you. I feel that you have a really good setup life. Maybe you're happy with where you are and you're trying to protect and nurture that, but on the other end you might be so independent and so just to yourself and know yourself so well that you don't care to open your heart up and let anybody else in. But as human beings, as social beings, we need that. We have the sun in reverse. Then you have the Princess of Pentacles. Three of Swords in reverse. Yeah, it's definitely something to do with your heart. It's a lot of aspects. I feel like you are like mind over matter type of person. Like it's either you're gonna be in your heart or you're gonna be in your mind. Like, and most of the time you're in your mind. And for you, I do feel that you are you may already be a spiritual person. You may already like, you are a very heightened person, I should say. So I feel like your upper chakras are very active right now. It's like you're trying to find a balance, but your intuition is saying, hey, like, this is the way to find that balance by, I don't know why I want to say freeing yourself. This is such a weird energy. I don't want to say it's all over the place. You're not necessarily all over the place because you know yourself so well, but there's aspects of your life that you don't always have to be so set in. I just heard that you will never truly be free. Maybe some of you need to go on a plane and take a trip, take a honeymoon. The Sun, Princess of Pentacles, Three of Swords, healing. It's like you're trying to protect your pinnacle because you've been let down so many times in your life, and I was feeling that earlier, like with that open your heart. The Sun is definitely like an inner child energy, and I feel just past you in general has been hurt so many times. I do want to clarify this Sun though, but you've been hurt so many times, and with this Lover, it's funny, now you're trying to find your own sun, you know what I'm saying? And maybe you have found your own sun and now you just don't, you found your own sun and you've grown to like just a different version of yourself, a newer version of yourself, a version of yourself that's willing to experience life to the fullest, but you're still very protective because you're still kind of a newbie with that, you know. You might be a newbie with trying to get out the house or just letting people in. You're just a newbie with that, and you're still protective because you know, just protective of your happiness. Excuse me. It's because you put that work in, dealing with the healing, dealing with that Three of Swords, dealing with your own mind, dealing with your own mind effing you up, for a lack of better words. Like you've been through that pain. You've been through the shortcomings of all of this. Like it's like you've always gotten the short end of the stick. But because of that, you've grown beyond belief, and you know you have with this Princess of Pentacles. You know you have, and that's also why you have a Mother card here because you've matured to this. Everything has started with you with one. It's kind of giving me just life, life, death, life, or death, life, death, like energy, like birth and rebirth. It's kind of just giving me all of that with this Mother card here. Kind of giving me magician energy. You have every, it's like manifestation energy. You are in a big manifesting energy, but spirit is also reminding you, hey, to open your heart and continue to do the things that you love, continue to do the things that make you happy. But you don't have to close off people to your energy completely. I don't know why. And I feel like that's coming up because things haven't been so black and white for you. And now you're very black and white. But don't let your black and whiteness cut off something good in your life. I feel like it's what Spirit is saying. Like, yes, you can make your own decision. Yes, you can be your own person. Yes, you can be your own person and be happy by yourself completely. If you want to continue to do that, then do so. But I feel like your intuition is already telling you, like, hey, you can also be happy with other people. I don't know why that's such a thing. I feel like you've closed your heart off, and that's it's not meant for you to do so right now. I feel like I'm losing my voice with these freaking allergies. Okay, let's pull some advice for you, my group ones. Beautiful reading though. Like you as a person, like you're doing a good. You doing a good job. You doing a good job. You doing a good job. Like for real, you're doing a really good job. The growth is like crazy because I see and I understand why you want to protect your energy. But I also understand wanting to be stable first within this energy because I feel like you're not stable there, and that's why there goes the Magus, the magician, and that's why this is popping up because your intuition wants you to go after it so that you can be stable, so that you can understand it, so that you can get love, the love that you want. Because maybe you do want love, maybe you do want to be in a relationship or get that type of relationship. Like you, maybe you don't care for it, or you're letting it come as you know, it comes whenever it does, but you still want it. You still want to be ready for it when it does come up. Maybe it's trying to come up. Maybe you're in that honeymoon phase, like I was saying, but you're having a hard time with that. But Spirit is like, just let yourself be. Let yourself be. You don't have to always worry about that all the time. You did the work with yourself. I love this deck. Oh my gosh. 2222 Feminine Forces. Relationships, harmony, prosperity, collaboration, patience, humility, support, connection. While you have the strength to accomplish everything on your own, life is meant to be shared. Partner with the right spirit, and together you'll become an unstoppable force. Honor your commitments and value the people around you. Avoid judgment and focus on listening to build meaningful connections. I literally just said this. Like, for you in your life, you are not meant to be alone, baby. You were not meant to be alone. And that's crazy because guess what? 22, Crystal. 22, 22, 2, 2. Like, what? That is insane. You're not meant to be alone. But yeah, my group ones, that was your reading. Keep tapping into that feminine energy, even in your love life. Excuse me. Even in your love life, like, tap into that energy. You deserve to be loved in the way that you want to be. You deserve reciprocation, even if this isn't about anything romantic. Reciprocation in platonic relationships as well. There's a love there as well. And I'm gonna say one more thing before I get off here. These two hearts here, it's funny because I see two hearts on the honeymoon card. You can take your heart and go somewhere with it. You know what I'm saying? That love, you can go somewhere with it. It can go further than you could ever imagine. But like I was saying, my group ones, that was your reading. I really hope that this was helpful. It was a beautiful reading. Um, yeah, you guys, I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in, especially if you made it this far. See you. Bye. Hello, hello, my group twos. If you chose this crystal that I do not know the name of and the rabbit charm, then this is your reading. Let's go ahead and get all of that out the way. So let's get your overall energy. That's pretty. So we have roots, grounding, stability, motionless, nurture your foundations and support system. Fire, passion, desire, energy, harness your energy, and to make big things happen. Okay. Then we have liar. Be careful of someone sneaky. As for your energy, you have the healer. I love how your cards, like the color of your cards, are flowing. With root and fire, it kind of gives like chakra energy. Like your chakra is are growing from your root to your sacral here. It kind of gives that. With the healer, I feel like you are probably already somebody who is a spiritual person. With the snake being there, especially with it being a three-headed snake, it's kind of like you are like growing immensely, and you are like you're always transforming. You are somebody who's always transforming. You're always growing. And definitely right now. Right now is such a pivotal phase for you, I feel like, and it's so crazy for me to say because at first I didn't even like I just got the energy as soon as I said it. So it feels pivotal though. It looks like it now that I'm looking at it, especially with root. Like you are gaining a lot of knowledge right now, and the knowledge that you are gaining is beneficial to your growth. It's beneficial to how you are thriving in your life, and it's fueling you with fire here. Like you are very passionate, you are very creative right now. I feel like you may be in a big just transformative energy, especially with the healer here. It kind of you have a natural healing energy to yourself. You are someone who probably are just you just naturally grow, you're naturally grounded, you're naturally just a you always knowing yourself, maybe, or you've grown so much to know yourself. It's just like wow. With that bunny rabbit, your charm here, I kind of feel like I think about springtime and rebirth and just spring. Spring, just happy, flowy, growing energy and thriving. And I feel like you are just in that energy naturally. That is just how you are. You can't help it. um, but also with liar here, and I know you're probably like, girl, get to the liar card. But I feel that people around you feel this and they probably want to not take your energy, but be there to, I guess, take your energy. Yeah, like an energy vampire type of vibe. And people will probably lie to be in your energy, to be in your space. They will just lie to maybe get you out of your space, get you out of your energy. So be wary of that. Your intuition is trying to tell you. It's like trying to remind you that, hey, this is who you are. You are probably also in a since you're in a thriving energy, such a pivotal energy, as I was saying, you are spiritually vulnerable, and people feel that. People feel when you're spiritually vulnerable. It's like with the three-headed snake, I think about like cutting the head off and two more grow back. Like you've probably been through things that have cut your head off. You know what I'm saying? Or like hurt you, but you've grown from it. You've transformed into something else from that. You've learned. It's like I said, the wisdom that you're gaining, the wisdom that you already have is now you're seeing how it applies to the person that you are today. And that alone is helping you see who you are and grow. Um, but with this realization and this healing and this understanding of oneself comes the people who don't even like who don't understand themselves and they don't like for others to be in that energy because misery loves company, which is insane, of course. But hey, that is the world we live in with people. And you never know who has that energy that's around you. You never know who's carrying some sort of just hate in general. And for you being the person that you are, I feel that you might be a loving person. Even if you're not a loving person, no. I feel like if somebody, you're in this energy, you give that. You are a very passionate, loving person. You care for things. You care for people. You care just, you might be a person that cares for the earth a lot. Like, you are like an earthly spiritual person. You may be like one of those, as people would say, the aesthetic, like an earth girl, or just an earthy, hippie-ish type of vibe. You may be that person, and people sense that. And I don't, you don't have that hate towards people. I don't feel. But they're like, wow, this person, group two is turning into this, or group two has wow, like you've grown immensely. Like, do you think that you can do everything you set your mind to? You know, it's those type of people. Like, I feel like they just want your energy. You have the Three of Cups here, okay? Ooh, okay, that was like 3,000 cards. Hold on. Okay. Ooh, Two of Cups. You have the Six of Torches, okay? Which makes a lot of sense. You have the Prince of Pentacles. Ooh, okay. Six of Pentacles. Then you have the Seven of Cups. And the Tower. Okay, a lot of energy, here. Let's start from the beginning. With Three of Cups, I feel like that is your friends, the people around you. I don't know if you like. Oopsies! I'm so sorry if you heard all of that noise. I'm trying to fix my sweater. But I don't know if you've achieved something, or you are somebody who has achieved a lot in your life, and people around you are just appreciative of that. I feel like you do have loving people around you. Um, Two of Cups, you may be in a relationship. Okay, I just heard a scenario. You may be in a relationship, and you know others around you have seen you achieve great things, and maybe this relationship is one of the great things that you've achieved. And I do also feel like you've achieved great things with this Six of Torches. Like, everyone sees you. You may be somebody like pretty popular online, or viral. You might go viral a lot. You might just be somebody that people are just attracted to you, very much so. Like, people are just attracted to you. But like I was saying about here, like, you might have a relationship that everybody wants, or like everybody's like, oh my gosh, like I love you guys, da 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 da. I'm just hearing in that group of friends, like, be wary of those people. Um, I don't. These cards straight up don't give me a bad energy, but that energy could be there. Um, you might have just envious people around you, which with people that are in the spotlight often, that will happen, and that happens to them. With this Prince of Pentacles, it kind of gives me maybe you got a bag. Maybe you got a bag. For some of you, you know how to get a bag. You know what I'm saying? You're just that person that knows how to do that. Money loves you, is what I heard. It's maybe an affirmation that you say to yourself. You are also a very creative person. You probably work well with your hands. I heard you probably work well with your hands, and you know how to create things probably from scratch, or you're just creative. It's just how you see the world, the way it comes out. It's like, wow, how'd you even think about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a very crafty person with what you have. You don't need a lot to be crafty. But with this Six of Pentacles, I'm just hearing like, I don't know about spending habits. I don't know if you guys have a bad spending habit. Um, so you're having a problem dealing with. It's like, you know how to get it back quickly, but you don't know how to keep it back. With this Six of Pentacles, like you don't know how to keep it. Maybe with your success is always coming in, but your money management might not be the best. Oh, maybe for some of you, you might be giving out money to people, the money that you gain, and you might be getting creative to make this money for other people. Some of you may be the rock of the family, is what I heard. You may be the rock of the family, and people are always coming to you for money. It doesn't have to be your family. It just could be your soul tribe, just the people around you, your friends, cousins, or people around you who you consider family, or to be that close to you, or close friend or something. You might be giving them a lot of money. Can I clarify the Six of Pentacles, please? Princess of Swords, Four of Torches. Somebody is coming towards you, or they do come towards you like, oh, can I get some of this? Can I get some of that? Can I get some money? With this Princess of Swords here, like, they're always curious about what you have going on, maybe. And they probably know, like, ooh, group 2 has all this abundance. Let me go get some of that. And they know you're probably going to give it to them with this Four of Torches here. Ooh, I don't know who that's for, but be wary of that person with liar here as well, being above that part of your reading. Be wary of that person. For some of you, I don't think there's anybody you're in a relationship with, but I think that is somebody you may be close to. I want to clarify this Three of Cups. Now I want to clarify about all these people in your reading, because who is trying to get you like this? What's this Three of Cups? Okay, sorry guys. I always have to check my microphone. You never know when that thing's going to cut off on me. What is Three of Cups? The Hermit, and then Two of Cups. Eight of Cups. Okay. Maybe some of you got maybe you're seeing this with a friend group, because with Three of Cups being clarified by the Hermit, you may be isolating yourself from your friends. Maybe you did already see some sneaky stuff going on within your friendships. Then yeah, we have the Five of Torches. It may be an argument or something like that happened. But with you being in this transformative energy, this healing energy, I feel like it's just like it doesn't feel like necessarily like jealousy straight up, but maybe envious, like a I don't yeah, like an envious feeling, like, oh, I wish I could be like group 2, but maybe you already got that feeling and you weren't wrong. You weren't wrong about it. Can I clarify the Six of Torches, please? And maybe you did come up to someone about that energy. Like, I don't think you're being true to yourself. Yeah, maybe something happened, because these are all court cards. Something happened. Maybe you announced, like, wow, really? You at 2, what's the freaking thing? Oh my gosh, I I went to school and can't even think about this daggone play. At 2, Julius or something. I don't know, but like it can't be you. Like, I feel like you were ready to close a cycle with someone here because of the energy that you saw. Yeah, with this Death card, you were ready to close a cycle on this person because they weren't who they said they were to be. And like I said, I don't. It may be that of your relationship. It may be in your relationship, yes, but I don't really feel like that with the Eight of Cups being in reverse. I don't feel like it was necessarily you or your person with this Two of Cups. I do feel like this person may have wanted that part of your life. Eight of Swords. And if it is, then take it as it resonates. But yeah, maybe you were really in your head about this. What is this Prince of Pentacles? Or maybe, oh my God, all of these energies keep coming up. Like, maybe one of your friends messed with your boo or something, and you found that out. Princess of Pentacles. Let's see. Or not Princess, Prince of Pentacles. Either way. Still page to me. Still page. And your reading is actually getting a little lengthy, but hey, we gotta figure this out. We have the Nine of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I feel like you figure something out and you express your discontent with it because you are who you are. You can't change who you are. I feel like you're such a person who is like true within themselves, so grounded and so true within themselves that you can't unsee foul-ish. Like, and you saw some foul-ish and presented it to the world. Like, so what is this? Like, what's tea with this? And now you're thrown off. And I feel like whatever this is, and one of these people, I feel like they want to see you be this Six of Pentacles. Remember, they want to see you fail because you are someone who shines. What? What? Hold on. Okay, Seven of Cups, and then the Tower. Seven of Cups, and then the Tower. It's like you are now in a place where it's like, the world is mine for the taking, and it's such a weird energy because you're hurt, of course, especially with the healer here. I feel like whatever this is probably hurt you or just really, really got under your skin, especially with the Nine of Cups in reverse. It's like this was a wish that you thought you had. You thought you had the whole nine. Literally, you thought you had the whole nine, but wow, how could you have? Can I have one more for that Prince of Pentacles? Yeah, okay. Sorry. Spirit's like, girl, you got it. Girl, you got it. Yeah, it's like, how can you move forward from this? How can you do it? But you're trying to do the best with what you can. Because now you feel like that, Nicole. I'm so sorry this happened to you. This is very like, what the heck is going on? Like, this was such a tower moment. It was a shift that was in your life, like a huge shift, but you needed it. I feel that is why now you are actually tapping into your emotions, feeling your emotions growing, because this was like an initiatory thing for you spiritually. I really do feel like, but now you are learning to be more serious with things, and more serious with yourself, and just more logical with a lot of things, and following that first mind. Now I feel like you are like, how can I move forward? How can I continue to grow? I'm gonna pull some advice for you. And it's funny, I also see the compass here. Like, you're trying to find a way to go. It's funny because I do have a compass tattoo, like I'm always going in the right direction. But I feel that you probably need to, I don't know if you really feel like, I don't know if you need to do anything, because I feel like you're in the right energy to, especially to be dealing with all this. Like, I don't know. I'm to a point where I don't know if I probably would crash out with certain things because I'm at peace with myself. Of course, the other things can make me mad, and I might have that thought of crashing out. But ooh, okay, right away. 88, personal power, abundance, prosperity, strength, harmony, confidence, wealth, empowerment, epic romance. All that is good and pleasant in your life is about to multiply, period. Angels are sending this number to reassure you of the prosperity and well being that lie ahead. Your surroundings will treat you with admiration and respect. Use your personal power for the greater good. And you also have 77, 77, and 13, starting fresh, 13, 13. But I want to read this one. I'm going to leave the 13, 13 in there. But perseverance, it says perseverance, perspective shift, reflection, resilience, inner wisdom, enlightenment, determination. Now is the time to shift your perspective on the challenges that currently dominate your life. To achieve success, continue on your path with determination. Tap into your inner wisdom and you will intuitively know the right next step to take. Regardless of how any of this happened, I feel like it was supposed to. Your reading is such a positive reading, although all this like negative BS is going on. It just feels like BS. It feels like it shouldn't even affect you because you are growing past this regardless. And I feel like your intuition, as this entire reading is saying, this is what your intuition is trying to tell you, that because I don't think you understand how much you are growing. I don't think you understand how much you're about to receive in life. This is nothing. They will see how much you've grown, and they're not going to like it. They don't understand how good it's going to get for you, and you don't even understand how good it's going to get. So your intuition, um, and it's funny because I feel like you kind of already knew this energy, but also because this reading is what is your intuition trying to say to you, you might just have found this out with me. And if that was the case, I am so sorry. Um, but I can do nothing but read the cards and tell you the truth. So I really hope this reading helped. Keep me updated, group 2. I do want to know what happens with you guys. So yeah, that was you all's reading. I really, really hoped that you guys enjoyed it. Please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe, especially if you stayed this long. But yeah, if this is where I leave you, that is all good with me. If you like my energy like I love yours, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hold that thought. I actually have bookings open. I have regular hours now. Forgot to tell you guys that. You guys can go ahead and click the link in my bio to book me up. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, hello, my group 3s. If you chose this angelite crystal and this little fishy fish, fish cactus thing charm, then this reading is for you. Let's get right into it. So let's start off with your overall energy. We have autumn, harvest, change, endings. Change is inevitable and endings lead to beginnings. And then you have challenges, make a decision, work on inner healing. Okay. Moving on to your energy right now, currently, we have the shapeshifter. And then you have the riddle. Honestly, guys, looking at your reading, it seems like you're just trying to figure life out right now. I feel like your intuition is guiding you at this time through your challenges, through all of the things that are challenging for you. With your crystal being an angelite crystal, and it's funny, I didn't really like look at all these cards. I did see the shapeshifter card in the riddle, but I didn't like see the other ones with this reading. With that being an angelite, I feel that you probably could use things to aid in your communication. How you're communicating with spirit as well, how spirit can communicate with you. I feel like your spiritual communication could use a little help right now. Especially because it's hard for you to, and I don't want to say it's hard, it's not, it may not be hard, but it may feel a little difficult right now for you to go through these changes and endings in your life. I feel like changes are happening very fast. With this, like the snakes vibe, it kind of gives like you are transforming majorly. Like, but with the shapeshifter, I feel like through these challenges, you kind of conform yourself to whatever challenge is going on. But I feel that naturally you are a transformative person, and the real you, the spiritual you is growing, transforming constantly. But I feel as you go through these challenges, these changes, these difficult times, maybe, and I don't really feel like they're crazy difficult. I just feel like you're going through your ups and downs. Let me like fix my camera angle. Sorry. I feel that you're going through your ups and downs in your life, and it's like affecting you. It's affecting you, and it doesn't feel the best. Especially with the riddle. I kind of feel like you feel like life is a riddle right now. Like, what the f is going on? Like, why do I have to go through all of these challenges right now? Why is all this change happening? And I feel that it's because things are ending. All the old leaves are falling off the trees right now to make space for new leaves to grow within your life. So we're going to get into this reading. Sorry guys, I had to set a little timer. I do have to time myself for these. I'm actually not going to put them away because I will get carried away, and I literally already have like a tiny headache for the last 2 readings, but we're just going to keep going. Alrighty, let's see what's going on spirit with my group 3s. Okay, alrighty. Prince of Torches. Then we have strength. Two of Swords. Wow. A billion cards. I can't do that. There we go. Princess of Pentacles. Ooh, I only have Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Eight of Pentacles did want to come out just a minute ago. And the Chariot in reverse. Kind of want to go off the screen here. And then we have the Six of Cups in reverse on the bottom of the deck. With us looking at that Six of Cups, as soon as I saw it, it was like, oh, I need some change. Like, it's funny because you need change, but you're like, why am I going through the change at the same time? Or it's like you already want to get to the end of the change, just the end of whatever you're going through right now, all the challenges. With this Prince of Torches, it kind of feels like because all this change is going on, it's very hard for you to find motivation to do a lot of things, or just motivation to just keep going, and not in that way. If it is in that way, please seek a mental health professional. But it kind of feels like, what is the word? Like, you just can't have the motivation. You can't find the motivation. It's very hard for you to do that right now because of all the change in your life, or just everything's happening and you're just so tired and burnt out from it. Because literally when I got to your reading, I started feeling tired and burnt out. So it's kind of crazy. But yeah, it's like you're so tired and burnt out. You don't know how to really navigate with this energy. You don't know how to like go after the things that you want to, or the just your passions, or what makes your heart sing. You don't know how to go after that right now, or you don't have the energy to do so. And I feel that it makes you a bit angry with this strength card, because you kind of wish that you had that energy, or you wish that you didn't feel the way you do all the time. But spirit is like, or just more so your intuition. It's kind of like, okay, with this Prince of Torches, I kind of feel that, I'm sorry if you hear something in the back. I do not live by myself. But with the Prince of Torches, it kind of gives like, okay, also with this Prince of Torches, I feel that your intuition is also like, you don't have to do everything all at one time as you're going through these changes and challenges. We have to give ourselves grace when we go through challenges, and I feel that many of us feel like we don't have space to do that, and you may be that person. Your intuition is just like, listen, calm down, be honest with yourself, because you're not going to get anywhere but angry, or to a place of where you're at a standstill if you're constantly going after things all the time because you feel like you have to achieve something right now. Something has to be done. You have to move. You have to. No. Calm down, give yourself some grace, understand that are you may be young watching this reading. Young as in like maybe in your 20s. It's like, you don't have to, you're just starting out, even if you're in your like late teens, like you're 18, 19, you're just starting off your life. Like, and even honestly, that starting off life can happen at any age. For you, whoever's watching this reading, I do feel that you are just starting. Calm down. You don't have to be in this energy. Like, you don't have to, well, be in this always going after something. You don't have to beat yourself up over not being able to do all the things that you want to achieve in one day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to do that. It doesn't have to be that way. You are working with what you have. You are working with your pentacles, and you're learning to gain more. You're learning to gain more knowledge. You're learning to just gain more wisdom within yourself in general, and that's okay. I feel like sometimes with this Queen of Cups and this Chariot, you get in your feelings at times. You get in your feelings because you want to be able to achieve more, and you just can't. It's like, ugh, like I'm tired. Like, I don't like that for you. But at the same time, I really do feel like you just need to take the time to rest and give yourself some grace. Seven of Swords. It's okay to do things differently. You can make a say so in your life. Like, you don't have to And maybe that's what your intuition is trying to get you to realize, especially with that shapeshifter card. Like, it's like they're trying to get you to figure it out. You can be whoever you want to be. You don't have to be like who somebody tells you to, you know? You can be whoever you want to be. Excuse me, you can go after whatever you're going after. You want to, but you also have to realize you don't have to be so hard on yourself. With this Princess of Pentacles here, you don't have to be just beating yourself up over things you're not getting done, or the things you need to hurry up and get done. You know, you don't have to burn yourself out to get those things done. You can take your time with it. Let's get some advice. Let's see what Spirit has to say. And I don't necessarily feel like this was like a short reading, but I kind of feel like I breezed through it. And I feel that when we, and that is because I feel that when we go through changes, a lot of that change is meant to like teach us a lesson. It's meant to teach us about ourselves, teach us about just life in general. So we have to just learn from it. With the riddle here, you got to learn the riddle. You got to break through, or just learn and understand what God is trying to tell you. Alrighty, so your advice here, we have 1001, spiritual awakening, and definitely feels like it. New beginnings, personal growth, embracing creativity, finding your path, inner peace, and transformation. You're entering a new phase in your spiritual journey. While it may feel like a dark night of the soul, know that this is part of your awakening. You are on the path to enlightenment, and this challenging period will soon pass. Trust in the process of growth and transformation. I could not have summed up this reading any better. That was like the perfect card to like sum this up. That is just what I've been trying to tell you. Like, it really does seem like you're going through a spiritual awakening. It's like you're with this autumn card, like the brown, just it kind of feels like everything's transforming. And that's what I was saying earlier when I pulled the cards, because you are in blah, blah, blah. You are in a transformative energy, a big one. But it kind of feels like, oh, I want to hurry up and get through this change. You can't, because you have to learn. I can't. That's why I said I can't tell you everything here. It is a learning process. You are just now starting life. You are figuring it out. You are seeing things for how they are meant to be, not how you want it to be anymore. It's like, whoa, like you finally took the blindfold off with this Two of Swords here. Whew. But yeah, my group threes, that was your reading. That felt like, whoa, like so tired. Like, you need to take a rest, literally. Stop trying to push this rock. Stop trying to always do something and then achieve something. Get your rest in, because that is how we get the energy to achieve our goals. But yeah, my group these, that was your reading. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe if you like this reading. I hope it helped you all. I do have regular readings open right now for my bookings. So you guys, I have regular hours for my bookings. So you guys can go ahead and click the link in my bio and book me up. But yeah, if you like my energy, like I love yours, especially if you made it this far. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, my group fours. If you chose this Sunset Aura crystal, I think it's a Sunset Aura quartz, and this dragonfly, then this reading is for you. So let's get right into it. For your overall energy, we have butterfly. It's so funny. I saw this card earlier, and I was trying not to look at the cards because I just wanted this to be kind of a surprise reading for me as I was reading it. And I knew you were going to get some wings as soon as I saw this card. So you got a dragonfly, which is funny. But you have transition, transformation, shifting. The times are changing. Emerge in all your glory. Then you have give it time. Everything is divine. Everything in divine timing. Excuse me. Let things flow. And for your energy that you are in, you have the one. So let's get into this reading. Let's see what's going on. With butterfly, I feel that you are transitioning for sure. And your intuition is like, I don't even think that your intuition is trying to tell you that. I more so think your intuition wants you to recognize that you're going through a really big transformative change right now. And I just heard you need to be focused on yourself, especially with the one you are really focused on yourself right now. And a lot of endings are happening at one time. I just heard a lot of things are happening at one time, and you're trying to kind of take it all in. And endings, as in just like things are ending to grow again in your life. That's why I like that this card is like a plant, a little like plant sprout, because everything is happening as it should. It just probably doesn't feel like it right now, which it usually doesn't when we are transitioning or in like the middle of a transition. So okay, okay. I know I want to read a little more on this one card. I want to see what is going on with that. Hold on. There we are. The one. Non-duality, one love, undis mundus. Our ability to experience this archetype firsthand is limited. It comes in brief and potent moments that we are left to savor for a lifetime. The one is both the energy that unites all living beings and our capacity to sense this intimate union. This archetype includes us most of our lives, appearing as a concept in a distant galaxy. Yet, when we are in the midst of its power, a solemn reverence falls across all the land. We glimpse ourselves in the vastness of all consciousness and are neither small nor large within that field. We are neither important nor unimportant. All duality fades away and we are left with what is. The precious knowing, that life is a gift and we are both the giver and the receiver of this fortune. Okay. That kind of reminds me of the I don't know. I wanted to call it like the law of oneness, in Buddhism, but or no self, I believe more so no self. I wanted to say oneness because it says the one, but you are like realizing how deep it really gets spiritually. I feel that you are starting to see divine timing. You know, things are starting to shift and happen for you. You are starting to see how the universe works. What is being transformed is yourself, but not only yourself, but also your perspective and how you see the world. And it's just sprouting. It's constantly sprouting. I feel like you're always growing in some way. Like once this started, it was like a butterfly effect. You are starting to see the it's like you're starting to see the bright side of things, but you're also seeing the other side of that. You're also seeing, not even seeing how things are like good or bad or black and white. You're just seeing things as they are. I feel like you're just seeing yourself as you are. You're not putting yourself in a box anymore. Like, mm, okay. You're not putting yourself in a box anymore. You're learning to let your wings fly, like let your wings loose, freeing yourself from just I want to say societal norms or just like what people think is normal around you. Maybe your household is the house you grew up in is extremely religious and they want things to be a certain way, but that's just not naturally how you are. It's funny because that is the number 13, which I think is the death card. Like you are like birth and rebirth in one. I feel like you are a person who is not afraid to be born again or to start anew the next day. You know what I'm saying? Like you had a bad day, you're not afraid to do it again, to start over the next day, you know? But maybe you grew around people with that mindset and who sits in one energy, who see things a certain way when you are one who sees things just as they are. I want to say old wise one, especially with that the high priestess there, old wise one. Okay. With this Eight of Pentacles already, you work for everything that you have. You work hard. You're willing to do that. You're willing to work to see change in your outcome. And maybe with this Ace of Torches, you've had downfalls. You've had your the days, the times, the moments where you've had your bad days. But like I said, you are the type of person to get back up and do it again the next day, which is why you thrive, which is why you grow. You just see things as they are, not how you want them to be. Today, the day didn't work out how you wanted it to be. Yes, it may have been irritating, but you get up and try again the next day with all you have. You already are, you in itself are a transformative energy. And I feel like your intuition is trying to tell you to recognize that although things may not go the way you want them to, the Ace of Torches, you make things happen. You make things happen. I just feel like for you, you probably have a hard time believing in yourself once like things go like bad. You probably have a hard time believing in yourself. Like you put all this work in and things still go bad. So I kind of understand like why, because it's like up, down in your reading. And it's like, but at the end, you understand and know this is how you, these ups and downs is how you got to where you are now. Although it may be irritating to go through, and as I was saying, it's a little I want to say, is that a word? Disencouraging, disheartening. It's a little disheartening, but you, it's just your energy. You just make things happen. I don't know why all your aces are coming out in reverse. That is quite interesting. I want to see that. Well, that's what I was literally about to clarify. What it's Ace of Torches. It is the Ace of Pentacles. What's this Ace of Torches? Looking at those, I feel like what drives you is the fear of missing out on the opportunity of something. Yeah, I feel like you probably missed out on opportunities in your life with both of these aces being in reverse, but I feel like it's more of a feeling. It's more of a, you feel like things have been missed. But I feel like your intuition wants you to acknowledge these things as like, this is still kind of the one energy. This is still kind of, things happen the way they're supposed to. There is no good, there is no bad. There is just is. Honestly, there's just is. And I feel that you've had a disheartening or many disheartening experiences in your life with that Three of Swords coming out for this Ace of Torches and the Ace of Pentacles. Like your fire may have tried to be blown out many times, because I feel like you still have your fire with this Magus here. You have your fire. Your fire is there, but you maybe have had a hard time relighting it at times. You know what I'm saying? You have pulled yourself out of this, and people see this resilience, and I feel like with that Eight of Pentacles being the start of your reading, you will naturally have a resilience that nobody can match. Nobody can match it. It is something that people probably still question to this day, why you are how you are. Because your energy is so transformative, I can see why people are like, how are you like this? But you are just a naturally just transforming person. You were just that person. Can I clarify the Six of Torches, please? Hanged Man. I feel like you've looked back and wondered, like, why haven't things worked out? You've asked yourself why things haven't worked out, or asked God, or just the universe in general, like, why have the things happen this way? Why am I not where I want to be? Why were things, so unsuccessful? And I feel like when you have these thoughts, they put you in a bind. But your intuition is telling you, hey, look at this from the perspective that you know to look at it from. And I said that so like mean, like, but that's kind of what it gives. Like, look at this in this perspective that you know to look at it in. You know that this is a part of life. And I hate to tell you like not to question, because you should always question things you are curious about. But I feel like spirit and your intuition is like, look, you are exactly where you need to be. You are the person that can take this sort of resilience, because you are put on this earth to transform. Your life around you is meant to transform because you are. So you have to give it time. Give it time and trust, because I feel that you are definitely in this transformative learning oneness energy, seeing things as they are, but you have your moments where you are up and down, up and down, up and down with how you want things to be, but you know this is how you should see it. Like, you should see it as it is. But you have your moments where you backtrack a little bit. Can I clarify this? I want to clarify both this Magus and this High Priestess. So what's this Magician? Okay, Prince of Swords and the High Priestess. The Empress in reverse. Okay. Interesting. The Magus, everything you need. Oh, I feel like you doubt yourself sometimes with this Prince of Swords. Like, although you may be new to things, or you have figured out like a lot of your life just in general, or always having these unsuccessful bouts, and maybe it's just with people around you, these things have happened, and you beat yourself up over it a little bit. I feel like you do. I feel like you hate to be disappointed, and you carry that weight with you. Although you know you can make things happen because you've done it before. I feel like because it's the center of your energy, you make things happen like majorly. You are, some of you may be earth signs with this Queen of Pentacles here, but you make things happen. You are a source of, I just heard manifestation. You are a source of just that, you're just that energy. You just give off that transformative, just amazing, you know this person will get it done energy, you know? But you doubt yourself at times because you question those unsuccessful things from your past. You question if the things you want to start are going to be unsuccessful. And I feel that your past, probably you having these unsuccessful bouts, played a part in this magician here. You know you're this magician, but now you see things as like, wow, can I really achieve that? And it might not be like a huge conscious thought, but you kind of already, you think about it when you subconsciously do it. I feel like it's just in your energy, and your intuition is like, hey, look at it from the perspective that you know to look at it in. With this High Priestess being in, this is actually upright, and this Empress coming out in reverse, it's kind of an interesting energy. I feel like, because this is number 2 and this is number 3, and I'm kind of getting jumbled in my words because I'm getting drained here. You guys are the last reading, so sorry. But with this High Priestess, you have like a really, really heightened intuition. It's something that you probably use every day, or it's always there, but I feel like you have a hard time applying it with this Empress. You have a hard time applying it in your life and using it to take care of certain aspects. Because I feel like you have everything you need, but certain aspects are kind of missing, and it's not bad. It's just because you are learning yourself, and all of this transformative and learning and unlearning, and all of this is happening because you are in such a growing energy. You are kind of in a no self energy, which is so crazy. Look that up, but also go back to the beginning of your reading, and when I read the card for the one, read the book for it, and just listen to it again because it may be helpful. Let's pull some advice for you guys. You actually got 3 cards. Goodness gracious. You're the only group that got 3 cards. You have 0-4-0-4, slow down. You have 1-2-3 for good luck. And then you have 5-5-5, change. So for 0-4-0-4, you have a slow down, balance, power struggle, force, violence, hope, authority, ancestors, restlessness, low vibrations, warning. Pay close attention to the people in your life, your surroundings, and your physical health. Don't freak out. It's just a warning to be careful and awake to avoid any further issues. Communicate and keep healthy boundaries. And I was crazy because when I was looking at this part of your reading, I feel like something stopped you from not even starting something. You know, like you didn't really get to start things the way you expected or wanted to in your life. And I do feel like, I don't know, was a circumstance probably with other people, but you do think about it and it does hurt you to this day. Because you're probably like, wow, did it have to be like that? Like, that hurts my heart. But yeah, so maybe with this advice card, it's fair to like slow down and actually process that and actually think about it deeply and see how it affected you, to acknowledge how it affected you. With 1, 2, 3, 4, one of my fave numbers to see, you have good luck, spirit guides, progress, justice, structure, systems, processes, discipline, and rules. This says you are on the right track. Spiritual guides are supporting and encouraging you to give your best effort. Success is within your reach, which it is because you have the 6 of torches right here. Stay observant of your surroundings and communicate clearly. Trust that everything will fall into place as it should, because it will. Give it time. That's kind of the give it time card because everything's happening as it's supposed to in divine timing. With 555, you have change, growth, resilience. I said restlessness, transformation, purpose, renewal, breakthrough, creative energy. You're about to level up. Although it may not feel easy at first, this challenge is preparing you for greater things that align with your highest good. This is the why you've been seeking. Keep pushing forward. There's a reward waiting for you at the end of this journey, which I do feel. I feel like you guys are like going to receive the good because you are in such a you are just deserve it. You are in such a transformative energy and you are leveling up with this one card here. Like you are leveling up majorly. So acknowledge that and take the tides as they come. You know, take things with a grain of salt. Don't get too irritated or angry as this change is happening because that it does tend to like tempt that. Excuse me. Goodness gracious. It does tend to change tends to agitate us when it's happening. It does get irritating, especially like spiritual change. Spiritual change is crazy sometimes, and with you going through such a big spiritual change, I do feel that it gets crazy, it gets agitating. But keep doing what you're doing, keep going after what you're going after because you are on the right track. But yeah, my group fours, that was your reading. I really hope this helped. If you made it this far, thank you so much. So I do have regular hours now for my bookings. You guys can go ahead and book me up in the description box below. The link is there for you. And yeah, you guys, please like, share, comment, and subscribe if you like my energy like I love yours. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.